Hello, stay, and K-pop lovers everywhere. Imagine this. You're scrolling through X late at night when suddenly your timeline explodes with the hashtag Stray Kids World Domination. Your heart starts racing, your eyes widen, and you immediately tap every notification. What have they done this time? You whisper to yourself. This isn't just another comeback, guys. This is a moment that will make the entire music world pause and say, whoa, Stray Kids are not playing around. But hold on, don't rush to the end yet. We're going to break this down together from start to finish with all the drama, emotion, and excitement that has us all screaming, stay forever. Ready? Let's dive in. Before we get into the core of this mind-blowing story, let's rewind a little. Stray Kids, the 8-member boy group from JYP Entertainment that debuted in 2018 through that intense survival show, have always been known as the ultimate self-producing idols. They don't just sing and dance, they write their own songs, produce beats, and even design their album concepts. Picture 8 incredibly talented guys. Bang Chan, the multi-talented leader, Lee No, the visual king with killer dance moves, Changbin, the monster rapper, Hyunjin, the main dancer who makes everyone swoon, Han, the genius all-arounder, Felix, the deep-voice prince from Australia, Sangmin, the vocal powerhouse, and IN, the maknae who's grown into everyone's dream oppa. These guys aren't ordinary idols, they're true artists who constantly push boundaries. From their pre-debut mixtapes to now, they've released dozens of albums and EPs that have shaken charts in Korea and around the globe. But this time, this is a whole new level. Their latest album, Do It, has just debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making Stray Kids the first and only artist in the 70-year history of the Billboard 200 to have their first 8 charting albums debut straight at the top. Insane, right? This isn't a dream, this is reality, and it makes every stay incredibly proud. The journey to this Billboard domination actually began in 2022, when Stray Kids were still considered newcomers in the US market, but already had a solid global fan base. Remember Ordinary? That EP dropped in March 2022 with the title track MANIAC, the one that had us all headbanging while singing Maniac, Maniac, ha ha ha. The dark, edgy concept mixing hip-hop and rock perfectly matched their signature stray yet cool vibe. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 with 110,000 units in the first week. This made them only the 3rd K-pop group ever to achieve that, after BTS and Super M. X was flooded with reactions, and memes about Stray Kids paving the way took over everyone's timeline. I still remember stays around the world live streaming their reactions, crying tears of joy because Bang Chan and the members' hard work was finally recognized on a global scale. It was such an emotional moment, like watching your best friends win the lottery after years of grinding. They didn't stop there. Just a few months later, in October 2022, Maxident arrived. This album was brighter and more colorful, with the super catchy title track Case 143 blending Changbin and Han's rapid-fire rap with an addictive chorus that made everyone dance. It debuted at #1 again, this time with 117,000 units, a new personal record. Whispers started spreading in the K-pop community. Stray Kids might be the next massive global act after BTS. There were hilarious TikTok memes about Felix's deep voice turning the love song into something unexpectedly intense, and stays kept calling it the ultimate bias wrecker. The transition from Ordinary to Maxident felt seamless, like the group was telling us, we're evolving, stay, and their energy never dropped. Behind-the-scenes content on Bubble or Instagram always made us feel so close to them. Entering 2023, Stray Kids leveled up even further with their full album 5 Star in June. The title track S-Class went viral instantly with dance challenges that even global celebrities joined. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 with 221,000 units, an enormous jump. This was the album that turned countless new people into stays, thanks to its luxurious concept that screamed, "We're stars now." Bang Chan mentioned in interviews that the album drew inspiration from their journey from being stray to becoming stars. So emotional, right? Fans on Reddit had long discussions about the deep lyrics, especially in Top Line featuring Tiger JK, that highlighted their incredible rap line. Personally, Hyunjin's visuals in the music video always stole the show. If Hyunjin is your ultimate bias, feel free to let me know in the comments. Later in 2023, November brought Rockstar, a more rock-heavy album with the explosive title track La 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 that had us moshing in our rooms. Another #1 debut, this time with 218,000 units. Around then, Stray Kids were on their world tour with sold-out shows everywhere. Stays in the US went wild finally seeing their high-energy live performances. There was that touching moment when Bang Chan teared up on stage hearing the fan chants. It instantly trended on X. On a lighter note, Lee No, usually so cool and composed, suddenly did Aegyo in a behind-the-scenes clip, and fans on X were like, "Minho, you're destroying us softly." This album showcased their versatility, from soft ballads to hard rock. They smoothly teased the next comeback in the ending of the music video. 2024 kicked off with 8 in July. The title track, Check Check Boom, featured an unbelievable crossover promo with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Mind-blowing, right? It debuted at #1 with 232,000 units. Hollywood was paying attention, and Stray Kids x Deadpool memes flooded the internet. Tracks like Mountains were incredibly motivational, lifting up so many stays who were going through tough times. Changbin said on a live broadcast, "This is for all of you who always support us." By this point, their streak of 5 consecutive #1 debuts was turning heads, and fans started wondering if they could break even more records. Yet Stray Kids stayed humble, focusing purely on the music. Not long after, toward the end of 2024, they released Hop, an experimental, upbeat album that debuted at #1 with 250,000 units. This was when Billboard started calling them unstoppable. IN's growth as a vocalist really shone through, and fans kept saying "Maknae on top." There were funny fan cams of Sangmem hitting a slightly off note in practice, but nailing it perfectly live. So relatable, showing their human side that we love. Early 2025 saw Karma, another #1 debut, with 270,000 units. This darker album returned to their roots, with themes of fate and revenge. Han's genius lyric writing created deeply meaningful songs, and Tumblr was full of long fan analyses. The emotional peak came when Bang Chan gave a tearful speech at Mama. "Without Stay, we are nothing." This was their 7th consecutive #1 debut, and the world was truly taking notice of their unique record. Finally, in November 2025, Do It arrived, the album that made history. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 with 295,000 units, driven largely by strong physical sales. The energetic title track Do It blends EDM and hip-hop with choreography led brilliantly by Lee No and Hyunjin. This became their 8th consecutive #1 debut, officially making Stray Kids the only artist in 70-year history of the Billboard 200 to achieve this with their first 8 charting albums, debut straight at the top. From the Beatles to Taylor Swift, no one else has done it. Reactions were explosive. X crashed under the weight of celebrations. Reddit threads went on forever, and TikTok was flooded with dance challenges. There were even funny memes about Felix saying "do it" in his iconic Australian accent. This is solid fact, straight from official Billboard reports, not just netizen speculation. But this isn't just about numbers, it's about the struggle and triumph. Remember how early in their career, haters called their music too noisy? Stray Kids turned that criticism into their greatest strength. Bang Chan staying up all night producing, Changbin and Han writing lyrics until dawn, endless brutal dance practices. All of it has paid off. Their impact on K-pop is huge. They're paving the way for newer generations and proving that self-produced idols can dominate globally. Compared to BTS with 6 #1s or Blackpink's single-focused strategy, Stray Kids stand out for their album consistency. For stays, this feels like a shared victory. If you've ever stayed up waiting for a midnight music video drop or bought an album even when money was tight, this moment is for you too. Before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the hottest K-pop updates. Hit the like button if you're proud of Stray Kids, and drop a comment below. What do you think their next step should be? Another world tour, a major Western collaboration, or breaking even more records? Share your ultimate bias too. We can discuss together. Stay strong, everyone. See you in the next video.